Are they repelling according to current theory? And they don't repel, right, as far as we know. So in this framework, it says that it would repel. This is why the framework isn't mature enough. It's still getting there. What I'm trying to do is, I've come across some research where I think at a certain scale, planetoids get extremely hot. And the bigger they get, the more energy they exert, or the more energy they expel. So the smaller they are, the more compact they are. They don't repel because they're compact, they're solid. But a gas giant and stars have an enormous size, and they are expelling enormous amounts of energy in the form of jets. They're actually expelling photons, all kinds of quanta, all kinds of particles, and this can cause a repelling force greater than gravity if two of them were to be beside each other. So, yeah, two rock planets might not repel each other, but I'm pretty certain that two gas giants of the exact same size and composition probably will.
Next question?
Yes. You said you wanted some kind of help on the group orientation, and there are different levels. You have said many different things. Philosophically speaking, I can say something scientifically, astronomy, also not much time for this. But philosophically speaking, I don't like the equation between electricity and gravity directly. One thing is that there is a relationship, but never an identity, or much less taking away the charge and the masses that you have done. In other words, the methodology of destroying the differences between physical quantities for the sake of numerical quantities is not what I think we're looking for. In fact, what we criticize of Einstein is that he did that. He equated space and time, electricity, magnetism, gravity, and inertia for the sake of the formalism of the theory. So he destroyed physics for the sake of mathematics. But we have to be very careful with numerical equality not to kill the physics. Now, this doesn't mean that what you have done is not of value, because you might be searching indications of relationship that we have not discovered through these numerical analogies. Okay, that's another thing, but you have to be careful not to eliminate the differences. One thing is to be, in other words, numerical equivalence is not qualitative equivalence. That's the error of Einstein. When he sees two things equal, he said they're identical. They're not. Mass and energy are never identical, even though they're equivalent. Okay? That being said, I recommend, for example, that you can search in the history of science the equation of Franklin and Venus. He tried to do that. I don't know if you have heard it, that the plus and minus electricity concept came from Franklin. When you have more electricity and less, they attract. When you have equal amounts of electricity, they repel. Okay? And then a little imbalance between attraction and repulsion is gravity. It's all proved in a nice equation that I explored when I was your age. And I even came to an atomic nuclear equation out of it. But I put it in the closet. This is crazy. Okay? But in other words, people have thought, and very important people like Franklin, a unity between gravity and electricity. Okay? And concerning the basic idea that you have, I think, it's just that when you move a star at the speed of light, it becomes like an atom. Is that what you're saying?
Essentially, yes.
Okay. Coming in the airplane, I got some idea like that. In the sense that when you move fast in space, you detect the discrete nature of space. You get it? If we move slow like we normally do in classical physics, state is continuous. If you move fast, then you start seeing the quantum nature of space. And I think you are going in that direction. That you unify quantum physics with classical physics when you go to the speed of light. And I think that's very good.
Well, that's what they calculated to be, right? It was just strictly, if you notice at the beginning, it was a scalar relationship between our solar system and the Beryllium atom, had nothing to do with velocity. And then that S value, the scale value, was related to the speed of light to the power of e. And why is velocity there? Why is the speed of light there in that equation? The numerical value, at least. So that implicitly led me to believe.
One second. For the next,
I'm sorry. No, thank you very much. I just hate to cut into other people's